Welcome to Content Inspire. I'm your host, Andrew Calvino, and today I have the legend and badass himself, Johnny Martinez, Ghost Fam, host of his own podcast, and absolutely just killing the game in photography and videography. So introduce yourself to the listeners, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. When Andrew had originally asked me to be on, and still to this point, I don't feel deserving of being on the show, but I appreciate the awesome intro and the hype. My name is Johnny. Obviously, Andrew kind of gave you a little bit of a background. I'm a freelance videographer and a little bit of photography, more so on the photo stuff. I was a trainer for a long time, so my two passions pretty much revolve around fitness and filming. And any way that I can use that as a vehicle to inspire or create change is good for me.
Okay. And then starting off, one quick question your way is what is your why, dude?
Whew, I knew this one was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a couple whys. The first one, I think, and the big one that has led me to be the person that I am today is that I grew up really low income. So I watched my family struggle financially for a long time and kind of went through that, and it sucked seeing, and it sucked watching my family have to go through that. And so as I grew up, I was just kind of around all these bad things. And ultimately, once I got to a certain age, I was like, you know what? Like, I really just want to be able to take care of the people around me. And I don't want to have to see them struggle or worry or have to go through any of the stuff that I did. Now that I'm an older brother, and I have six siblings. So all of them look up to me, and, they are hopefully inspired by me. And so that's a big one. I just think I really want an opportunity and a platform to be able to show them that, like, you can do anything that you put your mind to, and that you don't have to live a certain way or to a certain stigma. Like, you can get out of these kind of weird chains, I guess, if you will, for lack of a better term. Because that's what it feels like sometimes when you grow up like that. Is just that, like, oh, that's normalcy. Like, that's what happens. That's what goes on. And I feel like a lot of people kind of get caught in that rat race of life. So that's a big one, to be able to motivate and inspire. And the second one is, I'm just really obsessed and passionate about fitness and filming and motivating and inspiring people. I don't know where that came from, if it came from the gym, or what it was, but I really just want a platform to be able to, like, create impact and create change, and, like, meet and inspire people and just network. And I think I just love that personally. It's so much fun.
Dude, thank you for sharing your why with me and the listeners. Because I have a feeling like my listeners just hearing you say that you're inspired, that your main why is to take care of your family and to inspire others through the work that you create or just who you are as a person. That's incredible, man. It's going to make some people go after it. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
And then another quick question your way is what is your favorite form of content to create?
Video,
Yeah.
100%. I
Okay.
I dabble in both. My co-host is actually a photographer on our podcast, and he loves taking photos. He's always trying to get me to take photos. I've always kind of just done it automatically because I've been really heavily involved on social Instagram since I was in high school. So it's just kind of a byproduct of that. I was like, oh, I need to take pictures. I need to post stuff. Like, I want to be, relevant on there. And so I've always taken them. I've always done that. I've just enjoyed telling stories a lot more, and I feel like I,
Mhm.
I can evoke emotion in people a lot better with a video. I see the way that, like, videos, I guess, like, make me feel, and just with
Okay.
the design of, like, the visuals and the sound effects, and I like to be able to do that, through other people.
Okay. And then, so whenever you go into a video shoot, do you shoot raw in the moment, or do you have like a storyboard where you have it in your head of how you want each shot to go?
Yeah, that's a great question. When I first started, it was very just run and gun. Like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do my thing, and hopefully it doesn't mess up and hopefully I don't mess everything up. So that was for a long time. And as I started kind of progressing and getting a little bit better at telling stories and just learning more, I don't go crazy into storyboarding, but I do create like a shot list and almost try to run through it in my head of what I would like to get. So even whether it's, in a notebook or my iPhone, I'll just say like, all right, I want to get this. And I'll kind of just run and gun it as I go with those shots in mind.
Okay. And another quick question your way is, which has been the most fun photography or videography project you've done so far?
Dang. Oh man, that's a great question. Uh I have to say the most recent one actually. I just got a chance to film with Phase Clan.
Sick.
For the people that know, they do a lot of gaming stuff and obviously are huge and most people probably already do know about them. I got an opportunity to shoot some of the younger kids, Dubs, and then there was High Sky and Mega, and it was just super cool, super surreal. I beat
Mhm.
myself up a lot being a content creator that like I'm not doing enough, I'm not putting out enough good content. Like I'm not doing like
Yeah.
I put in so
Yeah.
much work that I just kind of get in my head about it. And to kind of see that come to fruition and like work with a big name like that was it was really nice. And it was kind of like a okay, maybe I am going in the right direction. Maybe I can just like keep doing this. Cause again, like you get in your head of just like, am I doing enough? Like, is this the right path for me? I don't know. Like, oh, it's frustrating at times. So it was really cool.
Okay. So congratulations regarding the phase shoot, one.
Thank
And
you.
two, I understand where you're coming from in regards to content creation and feeling like you're not doing enough at times.
Yeah.
Um, so another quick question your way is Creative Cut, your own podcast and show. What inspired you to start doing that?
Um, I have always been like outspoken. So
Okay.
I've always had my opinion. I've always wanted to put it out there. Me being a creator, I've always like it took me a lot longer to do things because I didn't have the resources available to me when I started. So I would reach out to people and ask questions and try to get help as much as I could. And I would either get left on red or I wouldn't get the information that I needed. So I had to do it myself, which in
Yep.
turn just took way longer than I wanted it to. And just it put me back a lot. So I wanted to start a platform and a space to be able to help people that were in my position and maybe don't have the resources and maybe don't have people to talk to or people that, inspire them to want to do more, to create more and that sort of thing. And a lot of the times it turns out as just a passion project for people. They pick up a camera and they take photos or videos sometimes and they kind of don't do anything with it, but they want to. So I
Mhm.
want to be that resource and I want to help people. And also I just like to talk a lot. So that was another reason as
Nice.
well.
Nice. Great reason, dude. So another quick question your way is when did you first try Go supplements?
2017.
2017?
2017. Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
So I was watching Christian obsessively, Christian and Max back in the
Hmm.
day when I
Yeah.
was back in high school because my first passion was fitness. So I got super, super obsessed with fitness. Like that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be a trainer for like the longest time. And I kind of thought that was the end goal. So I was like, I want to be like a master trainer. I want to do online courses, all that jazz. And kind of in the mix of all that was when I started seeing people come in and do videography for like the clients that I was working with and the trainers and stuff inside the gym that I was working. And I've always been doing video for myself for my YouTube because that's kind of where I wanted to go to. But yeah, I sort of just kind of sidetracked into the video space, and that's where I'm now. But going back to the original question, so yeah, I was watching Max and Christian obsessively, and I remember when Christian would start to talk about Ghost, and I would watch the videos of them, at these expos, and it was just insane, like the culture and like the family and the people that they were creating. And so yeah, I went and snagged some Ghosts, and it was fantastic. And
Okay.
ever since, they're just obsessed.
And follow-up question is, how did you feel when Britt reached out to see
Oh,
to make you a Ghost ambassador, dude? Also,
Oh,
also before you answer, discount code Johnny at checkout.
nice plug, dude. That was great. I love it.
Uh,
Easy plug. So wow. It was like wild, wild. So I've been wanting to work with Ghost for a very long time, and I didn't know in what capacity I was going to work with Ghost. I just wanted to work with them, whatever it was, whatever they would offer me. So I was constantly posting, constantly doing stuff. And Britt originally had sent me a package. I want to say like a month before she had DM'd me, and that was like the first kind of little site that I was like, oh, this might be working. Like I might be able to do something with it. And
yep.
so I just kept posting. But when she had originally messaged me to like hop on a call, I was freaking out. I was like pacing around my room. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. This is not happening. Because this is like the only company that I've ever really wanted to work with. I'm really
Mhm.
picky about who I like associate my name with. And it really has to be like someone that I'm in line with the values, I'm in line with the people and kind of the vision of it. So yeah, it was super cool, man. And my family was all invested too because they know how much I rep Ghost. And I made that video that I posted on Instagram, and I made them all sit down, and I played it for them as like before I even posted it, and like they were all just like jumping and screaming. I had like the little confetti blasters and everything.
Yeah,
So it was just like a super surreal moment.
that's hype, man. Congrats on joining the fam. I know that I've spoken to you privately, but making it
Yeah,
public, like congrats on making it happen, dude. So
thank you.
sick.
Yeah, well, it was you too. I mean, I know I reached out to you before I was even, part of Ghost, asking like how do I do it or anything like that. So, appreciate you and just being there for me and being transparent and helping out along the way. And it's been super cool to connect with you since then.
No problem, dude. And then what would you say to someone who's afraid to go after what they want?
That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. I think we're kind of conditioned to be scared of going out because of we live in this kind of society where you're in this box, right? You got to live within these certain parameters and do these certain things. If you kind of stream or go outside of that, it's not the norm, or you get judged, or you get viewed as weird. So I would say, or I would argue that if it makes you feel uncomfortable, or you think that it's going to be perceived the wrong way, then that should be like intrinsic motivation to do it anyway, because odds are like it's probably going to be the right thing to do. For me, like a big thing was college. Like I didn't
Mhm.
really want to go to college, and it wasn't for me. And it was really hard for me to get out of it because of like, the norm. Like you have to go to college, you get a degree and all that stuff. And so when I kind of got out of college, it was like in me, like, oh, I have to say it, but I just ended up, doing it. And a lot of this stuff that I do now is because of that, because I got out and I was able to put more time and more effort into the video stuff and the training and all that. But no, I would say, yeah, just, if it feels like you're passionate about it and feels like the right thing to do, I would just say you got to get it done. Everybody has that fear that lives inside of them, and the only way you're gonna get rid of it is just by doing it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me and the listeners. So, guys, Johnny just dropped gold. Just do it. Like, don't be afraid. Go all in. If you genuinely believe in something and you're passionate about it, it's better to go all in than ask yourself what if at the end of the day.
That was perfect. That was a perfect spark notes of my tangent everywhere. So thank you.
uh, now we're gonna get to the fun questions, dude.
Heck
So,
yeah, let's
what
do it.
is your favorite music to listen to?
Let's go. I actually listen to a lot of everything. I feel like a lot of people say that, but I genuinely so I listen to rap, screamo, metal, country, reggaeton. Like I kind of just cycle through it, and it
Wait,
depends
wait,
on like
wait. We gotta
the
talk about the country. Everything was cool except the country.
it's actually less obviously than everything else. The majority I listen to of everything else, but sometimes you're just driving through the hills and you have just like a beautiful sunset and jamming to some country is really nice. It also depends on the country because I like more hype upbeat country. A lot
Okay.
of the ones that are talking about like breakups and like getting, the heartbroken stuff. Like I don't really like to listen to that, but it's also because a lot of my family used to listen to it when I was younger too. So I think that was partly why.
Okay. So, who's your favorite rapper?
Favorite rapper. I really, really, really like Logic.
Okay.
Um,
Sick.
just the way that he's come about and his upbringing. I really like get absorbed into people's stories.
Hmm.
So I've watched countless interviews and podcasts with him, and I genuinely just like who he is as an individual, and in turn that kind of just makes me like his music even more because I know the
Okay.
struggle that he's been through and I can hear it kind of through his stories and through his music. So it makes me appreciate him a lot more.
Okay. So, favorite rapper, Logic. Favorite
Yeah.
band.
Favorite band. Dang. I really like Escape the Fate. Not a lot of people
Sick.
listen to them, but I
Sick.
really
Yes,
like
dude.
Escape the Fate.
All right. Sick, dude.
It's
Wait,
like OG.
did you like them when they had Ronnie Radke, or did you like them when the new lead singer joined?
I listened to them when the original band was together,
Okay.
and that's when I started.
Hmm.
I think both have their own different sound and both make really
Yeah.
good music. So it doesn't really matter to me who's on it. I like that they're still together and they're still making really, really dope music.
Okay. And then favorite show to watch on Netflix, Hulu, or Disney Plus on your downtime?
Oh man, I don't watch a lot of shows.
Okay, I feel you.
I sadly, I think it's a sad thing because I don't know when to relax, but my brain is constantly on. Like I
Hmm.
have to be doing something. I have to be doing something. If I'm not, like, what can I find to do? I've been really working on it lately. I started Hawkeye, which I didn't like at first, the 2 episodes, but it's getting a lot better now. Um, yeah, there's not really a lot of shows that I am invested in at all on Netflix. I would say anything Marvel. If Marvel comes out with a show, I'm on it and I'm gonna watch it. I loved Loki. The Winter
Okay.
Soldier was fantastic. So yeah, anything Marvel.
Okay. Nice. So, um, obviously, I was gonna ask Marvel versus DC, but I know you're Marvel hands down, so you already beat me on that one. But
Come on, man. You already know the answer to that.
a follow-up question: Star Wars versus Harry Potter.
Oof. Oof, that's hard.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't seen all the Star Wars movies actually. I've
hard.
gotten up to I think Rogue One. There's just a lot of them and Disney keeps putting them out every single year. I really, really, really do love the first, like the old ones.
The old ones, yeah.
And like solos. I really like solo. Harry Potter, I think, just has a special place in my heart. Like I love the Harry Potter movies. When I watched one, I had to watch all of them.
So I absolutely love Star Wars. My wife
Okay.
is a huge Harry Potter fan. Like huge.
Oh
This is like
shoot.
it's like it's a we're a nerd heavy in this
Yeah,
household, but
I
it's all
love
good.
it. Heck yeah.
Um, and then let me see, who's your favorite superhero?
Iron Man.
Iron
Cla-
Man?
Iron Man. Yeah, I know that's like the classic one, but yeah, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I was just like absolutely like in love with everything Iron Man. He's just so cool, and the fact that he doesn't have powers just makes him even cooler.
Okay. And then have you seen the new Spider-Man movie?
No, dude, I
Oh,
haven't.
okay.
I
All right.
haven't.
I haven't
And the
either. I haven't either, so no spoilers, no nothing being
okay,
dropped.
cool.
Everyone that's home is like fucking gonna be screaming when they hear this.
Dude, I can't even click on the search tab on Instagram because when you click on the search, all the I don't know if it's reels or whatever pops up on there, like the ones that automatically come up. And like I keep seeing Spider-Man on there. So I like have to get out of there right away because I'm like, something's gonna spoil it. I already know.
I feel you. I feel you. So, Johnny, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being on Content Inspire, for sharing your story, who you are. I'm going to link everything of yours down below in the bio. Is there anything that you would like to say to the listeners before we hop off?
No, Actually, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you for taking the time and, bringing me on again. Don't feel like I'm deserving of the hype or anything. Feel like I haven't, in the
That's
grand scheme of
funny.
things, done anything yet. But I will, eventually. And I think for anyone out there that's kind of on the edge, again, of chasing what you really, really want to do and what your heart is passionate about, I think you need to go in the direction of that. A lot of people, again, get caught in the rat race of like, I need to live on other people's standards or making other people happy. And you truly just need to make yourself happy, whatever it is that you do. And everything else will kind of piece itself together.
Sweet. And listeners, till next time.